Bronson, what were the options on the last play, or was it kind of feel it out? You know you're going to take the jumper the whole time. How does that go?
We knew we were going to run a high ball screen, and just like you said, kind of feel it out. And Big switched on to me, and we were in double bonus, so I probably should have drove and got some contact and got to the line. So.
Jeff?
For Bronson and Nigel, you guys had I think it was an 11-point lead at half, and they quickly cut it to with 7 straight points, I think, to start the second half. I know they got some easy baskets inside, but were they more aggressive or sharper early in the second half to get back in the game than you guys were?
I would say so. We tried to make sure we said that in the locker room at halftime. The first 4 minutes will determine the rest of the game, and we didn't come out with enough sense of urgency. And you, as I told you yesterday, you always know with these in-state games that teams will always find a little extra to bring, and we didn't match that or exceed that, and this is the result we get.
Jim?
Bronson, I think you moved the ball pretty well in the first half. You know, kind of spread it around. Do you think in the second half there was a little too much one-on-one play now that you look back at it?
No, not at all. I thought I moved the ball pretty well the second half, too. Oh, team-wise? I mean, I don't know if I would say that. I thought we just missed a lot of shots, me in particular. And our offense wasn't so much a problem. It was just listening to the scouting report and getting up on some of those bigs that could shoot, who hit a couple of daggers on us, and just not letting the ball get in the post, and they hit their free throws. So, yeah, that hurt us.
Ethan, you all ended up taking the one shot, the dunk in the second half. Did the game just kind of flow away from you, or was that a confidence issue, or were they doubling you, or what was happening there?
I mean, when it got down to crunch time, it's not a confidence thing at all, but I would rather have Nigel and Bronson taking those shots, definitely. I tried to scout for some rebounds and just didn't bounce my way that much in the second half, and it just wasn't. I did take only 6 shots, and I could have took a couple more, but you know, I'm not mad about the shot selection in the second half.
Left back.
Ethan, in that first half, you guys were rebounding particularly well, especially on the offensive end. Did anything change in the second half that prevented you guys from offensive rebounding in the second half? Were they kind of matching up against you better, boxing out better?
Yeah, I don't know about the rest of the other 4 guys, but I know my guy, anytime a shot went up, he started keying me, just turning around, don't even worry about the ball, and he was just taking me away. I was still able to get a couple, but that's tough when someone does that to you, and I still got to work harder to get past that.
Jeff?
Nigel and Bronson, what's the one thing you guys need to accomplish in the wake of this loss as you begin preparation for the next game, when you get back on the practice court?
Listening to a scouting report and executing it. For instance, we got on the line, I got the 2 bigs that can shoot. We gave them 3 or 4 threes where we were playing off of them. We knew that they could shoot. With Arians, there was a time we were supposed to chase. He got a good 3, a good look for that. Johnson, we know that he goes all right hand, yet the entire game, each screen he set was so he could go to his right hand. We didn't do anything to make him go back to his other hand. And if you go down the list, the rest of the guys, 4 or 5 points between the rest of them, the main bulk of the guys, we did not do our job well enough, and our coaches work extremely hard to give us the recipes for wins, and we when you don't execute it, again, this is what happens.
Same thing.
Anything else from back?
Go
Nigel, you're talking about stuff that's outside of actually on the court. Do you think that this is an easy fix for you guys? And how do you wake up some of these guys that aren't paying attention to the scouting report? What do you have to do?
We have to, again, it probably starts with the leadership with the two older guys, with Bronson being up here with me. We have to make sure we communicate that, and we have to not only lead by talking, but by example as well. And then just as a team, we have to get past what we're doing right now. My high school coach always said, when you're doing something wrong out there, such as these mistakes, it's either because you're selfish and you don't want to do right and to help the team, or you can't do it. And I know every last one of us are more than capable of executing it. So, and I don't say selfish as shooting the ball. I mean selfish as you're not doing your job in order to help the team. So by you taking shortcuts, not all of us not executing well, that's selfish because it hurts the team.
Nigel, are you able to take away the positive from this game, that it was a career high for you scoring, or is that too hard because of the loss, the free throws at the end?
Points are irrelevant when you lose.
Got time for one more. Jeff?
You mentioned at the top, maybe you could have tried to drive to draw contact. Was he playing off you like a big guy would, trying to give you some space so you couldn't drive into him?
I don't think so. When I came off the screen, he kind of hedged it. So I tried to drive as hard as I could to the right, and then I crossed over, and I stepped back, and it was an open shot, so I'd hit that 9 out of 10 times. It was just short, and if that shot goes, 2 more inches, we'd be celebrating right now. But that doesn't, hide the flaws from the whole game. So we got a lot of stuff to work on, like Nigel said, just listening to the scouting report and not taking any team lightly. And I thought that hurt us, that we didn't really have a sense of urgency when they were coming back. We just kind of acted like, they're not going to keep scoring on us, and we're going to get it back. But that didn't happen. So hopefully we can use this as a learning point.
Thanks, guys.